We are just 2 days into 2026, and of course, you know what that means, right? It's time to talk about 2028. That's just how the political cycle and the calendar works. While an intense midterm season is set to unfurl this year, political operatives are already looking ahead to the race for the White House to replace President Trump. And key leaders in both parties are already angling to be mentioned in those discussions. MS Now White House reporter Akayla Gardner has been working the phones on this very issue. Akayla, Democrats are already talking about 2028, but are they fully recovered from the disappointment of 24?
Well, the short answer is not quite. Democrats who I've spoken to over the past couple days do feel an anticipation about 2028. They feel good about their prospects, particularly because we've seen President Trump's approval rating dropping. We've seen some backlash to his policies, particularly those No Kings protests. But there's still a palpable sense of hesitation not to express overconfidence. And that is in part because of the 2024 election results, where you saw Democrats lose ground with almost every single demographic group. You saw former Vice President Kamala Harris lose the popular vote, which was the first time a Republican won the popular vote in 2 decades. And I had one DNC member talk about this anxiety around the type of nominee, suggesting that there's fears after 2 women lost to Donald Trump, who was on the ballot 3 cycles in a row, that perhaps maybe a woman is not the best choice. And again, Harris continues to be a part of this conversation. She has her tour. She's going to several battleground states this year as she continues to talk about her book, recapping her campaign.
So where do things stand on the other side of the aisle? Talk about the GOP for a minute.
Well, the Republican Party has really been shaped by President Donald Trump, and the conversations I've had with Republicans is that's not going to change. They still believe that he's going to be on the ballot in 2028, although he might not be literally on the ballot. We know that the president has talked about potentially running for a 3rd term, but he's most recently said that he won't. But the heir apparent right now is Vice President J.D. Vance. Many Republicans say the nomination is his if he wants it. There's still people circling him. You could talk about Texas Senator Ted Cruz, who has certainly picked his spots when he's criticized the president, but is very much seen as an ally of his. But Vance is going to be on the campaign trail talking about the economy, and that is really seen as the key, both for Democrats and Republicans. Whichever party can this year set the tone on the economy could be the party that wins. And sometimes those midterm results can be a predictor for the next presidential election.
Akayla, thank you so much for staying ahead of that issue. I know it will come upon us faster than we think. Appreciate it. Next, the painful